Okay, so hi guys, welcome to a new series I just started. It's Charis, that's Charis. It's my Building a Public series. And Charis is, I'll just quote a bit into the backstory. So Charis is derived from the Greek word, it's a Greek word meaning beauty, grace, and charm, right? So Charis, I really came about it about a multi-day when I needed to go to an event and how to do the fashion yet. So I didn't know if the two clothes are like it matched. So basically what I did was that I swapped the two and I uploaded it to ChatGPT and then I asked it for advice. I said, okay, so basically I have this I just like tried to define the color, but I still uploaded the image, right? Because I didn't get the color exactly. So I said, okay, I have this maybe like blue navy shirt and these black jeans. And let me see, like, I would just assume, because I can't really remember. So I said, okay, this blue navy shirt maybe have like stripes on it. So, and they went to wear was a formal, but not just formal events, like all business look to get. I asked, okay, is this appropriate for it? And with the colors too, am I going to okay? Am I going to look like a fool or not? I just didn't know. So ChatGPT answered that, and then I don't know wearing the clothes, and I didn't look too bad. I said I didn't look too bad. I don't know if I looked spectacular, but at the very least, I knew the age was going to be much high. Travis, Charis is a water business system that entitled to feel that you get AI powered outfits, credit like powered advice. You get combinations from your rooms. It's not all the time that you necessarily have to snap and ask. If you give it your entire wardrobe, like I don't know how to do, you just tell, oh, these are the sets of clothes I have, and help me combine them so that I can just like next time I just go into my wardrobe, put these two together, and bam, I have a perfect outfit to wear. You can use it for catching this, you can use it to track how I wear my clothes because when I get a nice fit together, I tend to be fix that clothes because I have issues putting clothes together that we put it down. So it's not just an outfit checker. You you can share it on social, not like social media, but like just get the social accounting Charis. I just started Charis out. I just completed about week one of my Notion plan. Let me actually show you that. This is the set. So I'm going to start from day two, right? So day two is the Docker infrastructure, and in a couple of videos you would see me run through day two to day seven. The next video. Okay, so let's get back to four. So in this first video, I just want to walk you through the full architecture before showing you the code, explain it to you. So, but this is just, I think this is like one of the things most Building Public series skip. Like, skip the thinking that happens before the code. So for me, it's like the thinking is half of the learning process, right? So, I don't have the front end, right? Because like I said, this is just a Building Public series. I haven't actually finished the whole thing. I'm going to explain to you what my idea was, right? So basically, you upload your wardrobe, every item you have. I don't know if you have a wardrobe, even if it's a traveling bag or something. You should upload every single one of them. So you pick two items. You can describe an occasion, and Charis tells you if the outfit works. It tells you what accessories you can add, the shoe, and some extra tips. So then, that's just like one thing you could do with Charis. Or you can let it just generate a full outfit combination from your wardrobe, from your closet. If you're planning a trip, you can add an event and a packing algorithm fits the minimum item from your wardrobe that covers every event. Then so it's just a feed that I mentioned before and an analytics dashboard, right? that tells you your horsepower, the clothes you want the most, the colors you've worn the most. So let me show you the architecture, the how it's structured, right? So the backend is going to be built with Django DRF, that's Python. And it's going to be in charge of the authentication, the wardrobe, the trip planner, the social, the analytics, and the style admin. The styling service is going to be written by DolphJS. Okay, let me backtrack a bit and go a bit deeper into the backend. So Django is the system of records. Anything that is a read persistent record is going to be fluent in the backend compared to Java, right? So I believe this is going because Django is a bit data heavy. So I feel Django is the best choice for it. Or DRF is the best choice for the backend. So the styling service is going to be managed by DolphJS. And DolphJS is a TypeScript framework that is built by a developer I follow on Twitter, right? So it uses a Spring style OOP pattern. It has decorators, components, controllers, and a way to use it for the entire styling intelligence layer. It's going to also be in charge of the verdicts generation. It's going to be in charge of the combo algorithms. It's going to be in charge of the outfit management. So the most complex domain logic is in the whole app, in the whole of Charis or Charis. It's going to live in the styling service that's managed with DolphJS, right? So why did I choose DolphJS for the intelligence layer specifically? Because I realized that a lot of people are not aware of this framework, and I wanted a lot of people to know about it. That's why I built this tutorial or started this tutorial. And also, at first, I wanted to use it for email notification, and then I realized that DolphJS can do much more than that. So if I want to showcase the true power of DolphJS, I feel like it needs to own a full domain with real complexity. So the job worker is going to be managed by BullMQ and Node. So you can see I'm mixing TypeScript, Python together for this Charis plan. So why am I using BullMQ? Basically, whenever you call, sorry, or make a call to AI, it's quite slow. So if a user uploads a wardrobe item and I call a Vision AI synchronously, it's going to take a couple of seconds, and that's bad user experience. So instead, Django is going to create a pending record, push the job to Redis, and then the node worker is going to pick it up. So it processes it and then calls back with the result. So this improves the UX, and it's a real systems concept that is worth understanding. Now the front end, I decided to go simple, or I can change it. I can decide to use React and Vite, or I can switch to using Svelte Kit. I love Svelte Kit a lot. I don't know if you can see it. I love it a lot. So I may switch to using Svelte Kit instead of React. Yeah, if I'm being, I'm just going to use React. So I'm going to use Prisma Motion for the animations, Recharts for the dashboard. Remember, I mentioned an analytics dashboard. Somebody use Recharts. I'm going to use TypeScript. So I'm using Postgres, just one database with separate skills. I'm ready for the job query. So I also decided to, another reason I wanted to read Charis is because I wanted to learn quite a bit. So I'm wanting to learn and building in public. So I wanted to also learn architecture concepts like DDD. I don't know if I mentioned it at the start of the video, domain-driven design. It's an incredible architectural, how do you have to put this, design, or system design, where I came across, I think, January. So I wanted to do a video or a tutorial explaining this because when I was looking for videos that I didn't see and explain it the way I wanted it, right? I don't see any specifically on transcript. Instead I used Java alone. So I followed Harlan Stemmer's blog. I think you all should use it too. It's very informative. So let me just show you how it looks like. Like every single thing here is empty, it just has a skeleton, right? But it has a skeleton. But everything is empty except the bracket because I've completed with one of the phase. So in the next video, I'll show you the code, explain it. I'll type it out manually so that you understand it. So I will just be reading, right? So the DDD is living in styling service as DolphJS. So in the source, I have a components, I have a shared folder. I'm sure I have decorators, filter, guard, server. So I'm just go here into the Radic folder. So I have the domain, it's empty. So this is where the core business concepts is going to live in. The outfit entity, a compatibility score value objects, VO. So everything that lives in the domain has no knowledge of the database or the HTTP layer. In the application, this is where you would see the use cases. So don't worry if you're a bit confused about this now. When I get to the DDD section, I will explain it properly. So each use case does exactly one thing. Everything is as their function. Every empty folder process function. The infrastructure or infra, as I named it here, in short, is where the Prisma repository, the mappers that translate between the domain entities and the database rows. This is where it lives in. And then the controller, this is the controller. It's empty, like I said. This is what handles the HTTP. This is what calls the use case and returns the response. So why did I choose DDD? So I choose this because the logic is actually complex enough to justify it. Because to be a good software engineer, you don't always have to use complex stuff. But due to the complexity of this project, I thought that DDD would be a good option. So I just wanted like proper modeling. I just wanted to show my understanding of DDD as well. So then this project also has DSA, right? Now I'm mentioning algorithms quite a bit. So there's also DSA in it, right? So the DSA angle here, sorry. I wanted to show that I embedded real DSA concepts into this real program. So I just want to briefly go into the DSA. I wanted to show that for DSA, the algorithms that you made and data structures and algorithms can be used in real life products like Charis, for example. And there's going to be about 3 algorithms that solve actual product problems. The first one is that in the outfit combo generator, I plan on using backtracking with constraint pruning. So instead of generating every possible combination and filtering, I will progresses. It prunes invalid branches early. Is the formality not matching the equation? It quickly like skips that branch. Okay, so it's not like you're going to have 10 combinations, and out of the 10, maybe 5 are correct. So it's actually helps a lot in terms of skill. So you want to have like extras that don't actually matter. If as the combo generator is progressing, it removes or skips over those that don't actually match the user's preference. At the end of the day, you have maybe five combinations, and maybe only one is not matching the user's preference. The next algorithm is a weighted graph. The compatibility scoring is modeled by the weighted graph, and colors and styles are nodes. So a combo score is derived from transversing that weighted graph. Another one is a set cover approximation. So it means that there's no time exact solution. It picks the items that, like, it picks the combination, let me see, that covers the most uncovered events each round. So it brings about a fast result. So I was playing these algorithms properly when I built them, right? Another one is a sliding window aggregation from time-based way frequency. So they are not just like exercises that you go on LeetCode and solve. You're going to see them solve new problems in products. So over the next few videos, I'm going to build this out phase by phase. One video per completed phase. And I'll be showing you according to my Notion tasks, right? So if you're learning Django, if you're learning DolphJS, or you just want to see someone do something without AI doing all the heavy lifting, of course, I'm going to use AI for some assistance here and there, but most of the code here are going to be typed hand out by me. I don't know how to put it exactly. So the GitHub and the links are going to be in the description. So subscribe, leave a like button or anything.